is. Welcome. Welcome, one and all open micers on this Thursday night, my favorite night of the week. It is open mic night where all styles are welcome. I'm here in the Boogie Down Bronx, where I'm born, raised, and have always lived. We are on Siwanoy land. Actually, there was a village called Snackapins, the land between two waters, exactly where it is that I live here in Soundview. I've been doing so many, so much good work around that. Got nominated for the David Prize. I'm in one of the finalists for a David Prize to help develop and re-establish this village of Snackapins. So I'm really thrilled about that, transforming the Boogie Down Bronx and into the indigenous way, taking it back. It's just such a blessing to do it. Yes, yes. And the list is in the chat for everybody. There's a little change up. So Andy, Markert, you'll be first. Yep. You were given that slot. And then Elaine, the withdrawn, Professor Tesosomok, Michael Sindler. And then the list will go on. Shout out to Ron Trankler Thomas, Paul Conqueso, Deadpan Lizzie, La Tormenta Villanueva, and Nick Paleo Logos. And of course, our Monday night host, Advocate of Words, who's teching tonight, doing the tech for us. Everybody, all those people were there on Saturday for the Stage Garden Rumba, which I hosted, and some of them performed, some of them were in the audience, but we were all together. And at the end, we broke bread in the flesh for the very first time. It was amazing. It was an adventurous experience with loads of laugh, lots of drama, and some shots of tequila. Thank you, Paul Cone Tequila. We were outdoors in the South Bronx, on Willis Avenue Garden, in the Willis Avenue Garden. And, this whole series is going to continue this summer. So I hope to meet more of you soon and possibly book some of you. The Pregones Theater has asked me to curate the poetry talent for Stage Garden Rumba, and it takes place almost every Saturday of the summer. It's a paid gig, $200. So if you think you can be in the Bronx on one of these Saturdays in the summer and you're interested in performing at one of our lovely garden locations, reach out to me. Follow me at La Bruja NYC if you don't already. For those of you in Facebook land and YouTube, contact me. If you're a poet and you really want to get out there, let me know. Stage Garden Rumba is the place to be. So before we continue and get into our open mic list, I really would like to open up the room, see who is here with us. Can you help me with that? Somebody. Let's see. Here we go. Unmute.
Hey!
No!
Hey! What's happening?
Hello, Early.
Hi.
Morning. Good
Hey,
morning.
Pepe.
Hey, everyone.
Hello,
Chapa.
I'm
Hi.
back.
Hello, lovies.
Yay! Look at
Roberta
that. That's
Salvatierra.
awesome. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Very nice. A lot of you that I saw are on the list, so we'll be hearing more from you. Stefan, nice to see you. I learned how to say Nick at Night's last name. I've been messing up his name this whole time. I've been calling him Paleologos because I don't know. It sounded like, I don't know, Paleologos, but it's Paleologos, and I will always say it correctly now. So let's get into our first open micer. You got 4 minutes. Let's keep it tight, so we could get through the list. I'm not gonna perform because I want to make sure that everybody gets on the list, and then we're not here too long. I see Marissa Prada is trying to get into the room, but we're gonna start right now with Andy. Let's.
Hi.
Woo! How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm good. I feel good. I got the AC on,
Nice, nice. Living the dream.
What's up with you? What are you gonna bless us
Oh,
with?
I have no fucking clue what I'm about to do. We're flipping a coin right now in my head, and we'll just, you know what? we'll do this one. I read this in a feature on Sunday that I haven't actually read it at the New Year yet, so we'll just dive into this one. It's called "Writing in My Blind Spot Are All the Nightmare Dreams of Everything I've Ever Wanted." I learned a long time ago I fall in love out of the corner of my eye. It's a lot easier than it sounds, y'all. Maybe it's these glasses. I don't want you in magnified, in plastic clarity. Let me see you with my own eyes, glowing, if only a bit fuzzy, full face, full frontal is never as beautiful than those people who run in our blind spots. I want to love scary. I want to love wild. I want to love dirty. I want to love with abandon. And it's a lot harder to do that sometimes with the lights on. I'd rather high beam deer in headlights is never a good look. I'd rather the shock be from the way my lips move than from spotlight. I'm not here to count imperfections. I'm here to count reaction. I'm here for how you taste, not how you should look. If your hand doesn't squeeze my body a little tighter in response, the I love you is lip service, and I don't do small talk. I love with a lot more than tunnel vision. Fuck that. Make it X-ray. Make it Technicolor. I want to know the sonar sound of you as bodies ping the senses. I want to learn your curves like Braille so that I can read your size. I want to love so much that when the Hubble turns to the night sky we claim as ours, it has to censor the feed because NASA doesn't have the budget for those kind of therapy bills. I have the bad habit of good graces, the original sin of loving like iron. I can't bend without the heat. I only love people I have to turn my head to see. Make me forget the road, forget the car, forget the check engine light on my heart. The only wind I want to hear is your breath on my ear as you struggle to open the vowels of my name, like it's a Christmas morning rushed wrapping job, and your desire is frustrated fingertips straining against the tape of dull consonant restriction, which does not tear as easily as my clothes do, or as the promises we swore to keep with one another. Do you remember the summer night we drove like madmen down a highway called life? Headlights off, with only the sharpest crescent moon of our common sense to illuminate the way, as these body engines roared out our desires, as we drifted down the flat land of scrub pines that other people called normal, that we knew as hell, bathed in the knowledge of your hand in mine is a kind of salvation. You were always faster than me. Your foot finds a brake more than the gas. What is this nightmare but my happiest dream, living in the humidity of our smiles, our headlight eyes beaming toward our brightest futures just around the bend? Thank you.
Andy, oh, I started lighting some sage for those cock blocking spirits. Oh, what? Yes, I want love like that too.
Don't we all?
Thank you for articulating. That was amazing. Everybody in the chat is like bugging out, loving it. Oh my God, our headlight eyes beaming to our brighter futures just around the bend. Yes, baby. I'm gonna get the raccoon penis bone in a minute and rattle that for all of us to shake away all the negativity. Because we all do deserve love, and we are worthy, and we have to feel worthy. You really have to feel worthy. That's such a huge part of it. So let's keep it going, keep it flowing. Let's see what's good with Elaine Nadal.
Hey, Bruja, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. So nice to see you.
Always a pleasure. How you gonna bless us today? What you gonna do?
So I'm going to share my poem, Mother Tells Me I'm Not Sick. Mother tells me I'm not sick. Her unrelenting certitude is as irritating as the criticisms of other people's food and her refusal to let anyone cook in her kitchen. She tells me God doesn't lie, to have faith. A leap is a star many say can be reached, but I've seen a small frog in the middle of the road, dead from curiosity or maybe from wanting to live. My body is dead wood. Am I a good lover? I can no longer dance how I used to when mother wasn't looking and I listened to songs of the flesh. Mother tells me not to profess an ailment I don't have. She says it's all in my head. Sometimes I can't brush my hair or pick up a spoon. Sometimes I don't feel beautiful. And then I'm faced with guilt and shame. I should pretend everything is fine. I should smile all the time and not let anyone in my kitchen. Mother hasn't visited. When she calls, I lie about what I made for dinner. She tells me it sounds good. I don't indulge her truth. I don't disclose how I've been at my lowest, and suddenly I'm graced with a brief interlude, a moment of comfort, sufficient enough to consider the firefly and its light, the wings of a hummingbird, the way a whipping willow thrives, offering its leaves to cover, stretching its branches to hold, like a golden hug, transferring an energy unknown yet familiar to the spirit. It's because she hasn't given up. I can feel when she's praying. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine. Beautiful words always. So I went to get that raccoon penis bone just to give it a little shake for all of us. Woof, woof, woof. Just gotta break it up, break it up, break it up. Any of that negative juju, you know, because when you're thriving and you're shining, you know, there's always those energy suckers, and we just gotta. So let's hear from the withdrawn.
Oh, my love, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing okay. Hanging in there, you know. One day
said withdrawn. Oh, my dejo only exists if you allow it. It'd be like Mercury retrograde. It'd be creeping up, but you just gotta. I'm telling you, that's where a raccoon penis bone comes in handy. You just break up the whole vibration. So what are you doing for us today, the withdrawn?
I got two short pieces for you. The first one is called "Why Do People Think Because You Post on Social Media They're Entitled to a Message Reply from You?"
That is a long ass title, but I'm here for it.
Sometimes we aren't always in the space to engage in conversation, whether that be mentally, emotionally. You get it. Other times we may be waiting for the moment we can give thought into reading what the other person on the other side has said, without talking just to talk. I mean, shit. A lot of people hear you without listening, if that. Notice how many individuals will interrupt you when you start talking, or start texting before you finish communicating over your thought. Explaining myself has become a compulsion, which is absolutely no good for my recovery. I distance myself because of other people's lack of understanding, and that is something I am working on. I know I have to not care about the reactions of others, but it's difficult when you respect their space and they don't want to understand yours. That was the first one. And the second one is called "Shout Out the 15-year-old who heard a poem of mine and told me to man up." I'm sorry that society has failed yet another child who believes it isn't right for a man to express his emotions. But it isn't too late. I pray that God and the people around you guide your heart to understand that feeling is okay. For you will learn that feeling is one of the most honest ways to connect to yourself and the world around you. Forgive my response of, nah, get out of here with that toxic shit. Disgust and anger is what I felt at the moment. I can't take that back. However, I can ask God to forgive me, to forgive you, because we are only human. And sometimes we know no better. Thank you.
The withdrawn Nicolas Correa. Yo, all that, like that first piece made me think of accountability, you know, and accountability. What I was thinking this week, because I've been going through some personal things and, you know, having to like reevaluate people and boundaries and, you know, and accountability, right? So accountability cannot be taken on your own terms. That's not what accountability is. Like, you have to let the people that you're trying to hold accountability with tell you what is the problem. And then you take accountability for that. You don't just be like, well, you know, if I hurt you, you know, that's not accountability. So I don't know. It just had me thinking there. You took me in a rabbit hole, the withdrawn, but I withdraw. And I appreciate you as always.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, and that shaming shit, Jesus, for men's, you know, expression is just but we're working on that, and that's why we have this safe space, and that's why we have you as a perfect example of that, of vulnerability, honesty, truth. Bring it. All right, sweetheart. Peace. Now we're gonna go to the professor. Apple for teacher. Let's go, Mr. Tesosomok.
Yeah, mic check. You can hear me?
Yes. ¿Cómo estás, profesor?
I'm good. So you're an accountant now. So this piece is titled The Banal Fatal Strategies of the Stranger. They said, sing and rejoice in the hymnal of the galactic body. Oh, they claim we are star stuff, a fractal of the universe, the nonlinear quadratic iteration of an initial condition from the implosion of exhausted and burnt out stars, the reverb rolling wave of ashes, Fotu dust. The cynicism deprives the self-celebration of nomadic wandering stars, their prescriptive long series of romantic projections which demand the transformation of the oppressed into missionary forces of historical emancipation. The good Dantean pilgrim as strangerhood, inscribed with intellectual experience, tracing the instrumentality of universal reason. And truth is homeless, and homelessness breeds truth. When stars end their lives, they swell up and fall together, throwing off their outer layers, the galactic shell, sung and chorus. If a star is heavy, it will implode into a supernova. 99% of galactic matter is in our sun. The remnants are pockets of quantum horror vacuum compressed by gravity. The gravitational stranger is universal, homeless, rootless. There is no mass in the empty lattice of space. Rootlessness relativizes everything, creates universality. But they said we are star stuff, polvo estrellado, like powdered white sugar on waffles. The universal spread and transgressions bear witness to unprecedented popularization and banalization of the cultish romantic individualism and its core themes of authenticity, alienation, aestheticization of the mundane, bohemia and the social margin expanded and institutionalized into legitimate and subsidized social sanctuary. The stellar stardust of individual instrumental reason will lead to irrational results. There is no meaning in thinking and living where all you make is rational decisions, one after another. That's not rich enough notion of experience or human life. Fundamentally important, what does life mean? Surely there is a better way to organize the world than the star stuff, than the way it is organized now. Surely life could be more meaning in a different situation. The intellectual and the stranger play a game of discursive hide and seek from the stellar ghetto. Their closed metaphoric conjunctions traditionally opened up to vast possibilities of cross-reference and mutual substitution. The stranger as the passion peddler, the salesman of desire, the nuclear synthesis of unknown boredom, has often been envisioned as both historical and normative prototype of the true intellectual who we see as the elevated con man possessing an elevated privilege to prey with epistemic advantages, while the true intellectual has preferably been deemed as a displaced person, as someone estranged from his base, uprooted, marginal to his culture of origin and his parochial customs, values, and beliefs. The banalization, its refusal and the fear of dealing with complexity. You can feel stardusted, but the stranger and the intellectual with their impassioned reductio absurdum, to that you be soul banality. Remember how the stellar dust turned Jesse Jackson from a serious social actor into sort of a banal character in the media? They banalized a real threat to the system, which was the Rainbow Coalition, a real threat, populist threat to the system, banalized into a joke. Banalization is a way to reduce complexity. It's also a systemic way to be an idiot, Rick Roderick. Confessional stellar dust banalizes human experience by talking about it so much, about sex with your mom, with your dad, with your sister, with your uncles, with your aunts, transsexuals, multisexuals, polysexuals. You will talk about it until the whole subject will become banal. And what used to be fascinating desires, interesting, important, strange, hidden, prohibited parts of the psyche are now left with a residue of silicon carbide, graphite, and nano diamonds made at high temperatures in the atmosphere of stars, resistant to acid and left behind. The paradox of the stranger is, if everyone is a stranger, no one is.
Professor. My God, my brain just it's like pressing into the skull. It's like expanded again. Anybody talking quantum and then banalization and then stellar dust, forget about it. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Professor. That shit was deep. That's all I can say. Right? TED Talks. Thank you, Nick. Nick at night. Professor, you need your own TED Talk.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Professor. Apple Manzana for teacher. Let's hear now from Michael Sindler.
Hey, everybody. Let me see. I'm just going to do this. I lived in and around DC for the better part of a decade, and it's like the fourth was the thing, and there was no place. There is no place like DC for the fourth. But after January, it's just even thinking about being there on the National Mall just seems so different. But this is something I wrote before that when it didn't seem so horrible. DC 4th of July, bread, cheese, and wine in a basket, and a boombox blasting out the residents, deconstructing Hank and Sousa. Bystanders listened, puzzled and confused, but accepting, some bewildered, some amused. Blanket laid out close to the bandstand where the National Symphony Orchestra tunes up. They start, the patriotic standards played to the teeming masses assembled from every state and strata. Nowhere could they have greater impact than here, within the shade and shadow of the dome in which resides the republic, in which the republic's core resides, where Congress presides and laws are made. And now the guest conductor, the beloved Henry Mancini, leads the players through a medley of his hits. Elephants Walk with the Pink Panther, all the great tunes rumble and roll along, such fun. Sunset turns at last to night, time for Tchaikovsky. Cannons, real ones, roar. Explosive finale coincides with the first flashing fireworks streaking overhead, lighting up the mall from the Capitol to the namesake's obelisk to the seat of the great emancipator, illuminating the museums that line the green, painted with the hues of burning phosphor and palette of elemental minerals. The tight, packed crowd, a motley melange, all tribes, all races, all the peoples of the planet rejoicing, merged in hopeful communion. Here in our collective joy and deep appreciation of difference and homogeneity, the realization of singularity, all truly one in a hybrid nation. Wish I still had quite as much hope. It's a weird year for that. And, the whole birthday thing, I was like, what else am I going to read? So I figured I'd just read this little triolet, one of those things from the bus stop called Birthday. Today's his 24th birthday. First time he's been clean for years. It startled me to hear him say, today's his 24th birthday. Trying to find a better way. His laugh almost brought me to tears. Today's his 24th birthday. First time he's been clean for years. Let's hope we can clean up some other things. And yes, happy, wonderful 4th to y'all.
Well, that first poem, it sounded like a real American dream,
Those were good days.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Michael Sindler.
And I'm just gonna do my usual little call out for lighthouseriders.org. The new workshops and summer classes are starting next week. So now is the time to go ahead and look it up and sign up for one if you feel like it.
Nice. Thank you for sharing, Michael Sindler. Now, I talked about him at the top of the show. Let's see what's good with Paul Conqueso.
What up, bro?
What up, Paul?
Now that we've met in person.
I know, in the flesh.
The flesh, yeah. It was such.
I got to see your cheekbones in like full. Yo, it was
and I brought the patron through. I had to. Yeah, it was fun. It was a really fun night. So yeah, I'm super like, all right. Y'all know I like to throw songs into shit, but I throw a bunch of really disjointed shit together, and it's gonna work out. Before I start, Storm Gods in the building, Storm Force in the building, Men Who Heal, Voltron Rising, Sound from the Underground. This is called The Only Heaven I'll Ever Need, and it's inspired by the only place I call my poetic home. My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral, knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak, a fresh poison each week. We were born sick, you heard them say it. My church offers no absolution, tells me worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Amen. 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 Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Oh, good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church. I say, fuck a Sunday afternoon. This is the church we enter to offer reverence every Thursday and Monday evening, the tenured temple of Miguel Agarin, Reverend Pedro Pietri, Pastor Pinheiro, Deacon Bimbo, and choir leader Cienfuegos, a sacred oasis amidst attempts at gentrification, which all started in LES parlors where our guardians spit their rawest shit, formed diamonds from the most soot-black Boricua coal you can mine from the cave-cold streets of New Yorico. This cathedral, stained glass kissed with facades of brick and jazz minister murals, a plotted piece of paradise carved into East 3rd Street between avenues B and C. Perhaps placed strategically by the angels of our most devious nature, knowing we needed a place to talk our shit and pass offering plates tributing how these ancestors paved the way. Now spirit guiding from celestial stage lights, balconies, and stools pulled up next to the bar to heckle and haw. Grab an icon off the wall, brush the history off this exposed brick with fingertip, like stretching for Mecca, Templo Mayor, reaching for MSG of poetry, where legends would meet, break bread and wine and slam and share in ciphers of all kinds out back, passing around flour, couplet bars and power shared, just like we pagans of the good time do, in succulent secret suppers, this altar in which we offer sacrifice like ofrenda, Pan de Muerto sustaining us in this verbal house of worship, launching wordship sermons certain to burst through steeples, sealing ceremonies hosted by only the strongest of apostles like Eric, advocate of words, Maldonado, this disciple of roasts and inside jokes and mutes and themes which inspire our poeta congregation to rift earth like skiffs verse, lifting us into the skiff verse, shifting verbs like a subject to a predicate. Finish that sentence, kid. Cleanup hit. Bases loaded. Better bring letters in to grand slam this shit, tearing cowhide off the stitches of the stadium stage, the core of our Loisaida synagogue. With Seder Saturday Ragers, this Miguelabration of a space which has always held open doors to offer grace to all races, creeds, genders. Remember, this tabernacle was started by queer, Black, and Latinx overlooked and underserved pillars of a community which decided to create the space in which they can be seen. See, what we do here speaks to the very breed of human beings which brought about this cultural genesis, zenith of cult leading beanie mafias, this church that gave us first suppers, secret suppers, and midnight snacks, the mosque in which we bow our heads to praise ancestry, no deities, only exception being these storm gods and goddesses with thunder-lunged and lightning-tongued offerings to immortal forces, legends which ignited this mic, you know, Saul, Mahogany, Jive, and Falu, not to mention our very own queen of Wiccan sacrifice, Kari La fucking Luz La Bruja herself, who sits at the helm of this witch's brew, mixing in cherries popped and raccoon penis bones, alchemist of all recipes which lead to new shit. I am on my knees for the sacrament, where the gallant Quinones, Fortunato, Lopez, Luis, and Cortez, which rhymes with goddess, all pull strings behind curtains to make it seem as if levitation is effortless, an act of practical magic, and in the aftermath, we get to witness miracles occur seemingly without a hitch. This defined ground we have all been found in, enough to make even the most withdrawn of you want to sing, ooh, Puerto Rico, toma, pronto llegará el día de mi suerte, te lo juro por mi gente, te juro que un día llegará, and we won't stop, we always knew we'd make it, even though you play a hater, we still made it to the top. Yet this poison which runs concurrent with sidewalks seeps inside DNA of pissy streets like BBD. But as we Al Green grew these weeds from seeds of reason in the back garden, our voices blossomed into cure for that poison. That is to say, let's stay together as long as it takes, cause I'm so in love with you. Whatever you wanna do is all right with me. So tell Agrin's angels, complete with pizza, that we in here to make the most of this hot poet summer, because I, for one, know my life would not be a modicum of what it has become without this space, this sanctuary of total grace offered without any judgment, just love in every corner, facet, DJ booth, bathroom, where sweat and bodies come to offer their exaltation, where each time we meet to recite, it is a sacred prayer, an incantation, a whole, holy congregation of poetic souls just waiting for the most vibrant voices they've ever heard vibrate through the divine, virtual, and literal walls of this cafe, which is the only heaven we may ever truly need to be sent to.
What? Poco queso. That was beautiful. Oh my God. I love you too. That was fuego.
So much love. So much love. I tried to fit in all of the songs they play at the New Yo and then some. So
yo, this one's for you. It was actually Poco Queso who was like, yo, where's that raccoon penis bone? You know what I'm saying? Had to bring it out just for you. Inspire that new shit.
Can I plug my workshop real quick on July 17th with the
Of course you can.
It's called Make It Make Sense. So if y'all want to take it, you can go onto the New Yorkers calendar, sign up Saturday, July 17th at 1 p.m. if y'all want to rock with me. Appreciate you.
If y'all want to rock, what you need to rock with Poco and Queso. He will smack you with the cheese and just make you say, please. What? That crazy lyrical steez. I don't even know. Shit is wild. Bless your, that cranium, bro. Like what? All right. I withdraw. I digress. And now let's move into the world of Prada with Marissa.
Hola, La Bruja! Oh my goodness.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Something told me you needed something sexy tonight.
Ooh, yes.
Would you like something sexy tonight? Okay. This poem, some of you have heard, but yeah, Whitney, look at Whitney. She's already going to lose her shit. All right, this poem is called Cocoa Nuts. I can't look at y'all because then I will not focus and I will not get through this in one piece. It's titled Coconuts. It's for La Bruja. It's not specifically for her, but it's for her tonight. Coconuts. It must be coconut, the oil you bring to bed. Pop the top and squirt it all over my breasts. Pool some in your palm, oozing oil between fingers. Rub your hands warm before venturing to my skin. It melts down my chest, body heating its journey south, nipples taut at attention, nose awoke to fragrances that will always equal you. Run your fingertip along my lower lip to lubricate my opening. Drag your touch down my neck. Feel this pumping pulse just under my skin. Faster, faster, still slow your roll down my mountains, poet man. Across my collarbone, your bone-hard penis pushes to escape into me, not yet. Coconut drips from the tips of my nipples, splashes fall across my toes as I stand all my parts at attention for you, man. Your hands move to see if my breasts fill them, and you squeeze. You squeeze me so fucking hard, each nipple one at a time, a personal introduction to their new master. Silky, warm, wet hands follow the drips down, down, down to my belly button, hover just above the line of pubic hair. You stare at it. Trimmed, entranced, kept well for your arrival, revival, arousal. It tickles your fingertips, and I see your erection rage up and down. Pulses plead to feel for myself. I want to see it. I want to touch it. I want to suck it. Your coconut fingers forge fracking of oil as you push between my labias and onto my clit. I gasp a breath as not to faint. You move around it in small concentric circles, calling, come from my pussy that drips just as much as the oil. Viscous self-lubrication, salty, sweet, sticky. Your finger enters me, an explorer of all things. They call for you. Fuck me with your coconut finger. Make me come all over your coconut finger. You breathe a whisper. Come, baby, you say. Creamy coconut cum creations flood from my body, evaporate to our nose as I let it all go. You know me now, man. Continue to call me to come, for I am the great flood Noah feared. I will quench your thirsty and purify your soul. Your fingers refuse to quit my clit. I come to your voice as you say my name, as you call me baby. And I realize you are no longer make-believe. And now we can work on your cocoa nuts.
We all smoking now. We all
My
like,
screen's being shitty there.
woo!
Yes! Oh my gosh, La Bruja.
Honey, jeepers.
Good. Like, see, Paul Cookies is like, I need to smoke.
Everybody smoking.
Yes.
Me, cigarettes down.
I love that poem. It's a newer piece. I love it.
Love it.
Please,
It's definitely
come
got
find
my
me.
coconuts at attention. Shit.
I'm gonna write you a sexy piece to read at Nuyo in person when I meet you.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that, yeah. Kalima! Carry me away. Yes, I'm gonna do something like that.
Cool.
Come find me on Facebook, Marissa Prada, Prada Painting and Poetry on IG. What is up with my screen? It's like too hot in here. It's saying hell no.
I thought it was gonna be like some bonk, 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 and then you're gonna see
I gotta like shake my computer next time. I think the earth's shaking. No, but seriously, come find me. I author Poetography 505. I co-author The Word Is Right, WRITE. We have open mics 4 nights a week right now. We're jumping up to 6. We have lots of features every Saturday, cash slams, workshops, and of course, my small press is redorgreenbooks.com. Red is READ, redorgreenbooks.com. We have a call for women's erotic anthology. So if you are a woman who likes to write erotic, you can also publish under a pseudonym or a pen name if you would like. But the call ends July 15th. So get your pens busy and get yourself in. Yes, I'm sponsoring this book. It's so exciting. And then we just have our 10 books we're launching this July, including Elemental, who's here tonight. And we have 10 more debut collections launching this winter. A lot of people who are in this room right now. So you guys get it.
Get it, Marissa. Woo! You're just making everybody just come all out with their poetry. Bless you for just creating the space and the platform for these people. Red and Green Books. You're amazing, Marissa. And you know, your poems have probably gotten a couple of people pregnant. I
hope so. At least practicing, right? Practice. Go practice getting knocked up, right? Let's go.
And pregnant with a poem, you know, that's all great.
With a poem.
Yeah, give birth to all of that good stuff. Thank you, Marissa.
See you all later.
Oh, damn. And in the chat, this next poet right here, La Tormenta, was cracking some jokes. Let's unmute Amanda Villanueva. La Tormenta.
Hola.
Hi.
Hi. It's so trippy to see you now that I've met you in person. This is some wicked shit. Okay. Marissa, like I'm low-key not trying to get pregnant this summer, and we're gonna have a talk because you're making that really, really hard.
Right? Making the ovaries throb and shit. It's like what the
I
hell?
yeah, this turtleneck is not serving me. But anyway, I'm gonna do a couple different things. I'm gonna keep it under 4 minutes. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. I low-key want to read erotica, but I'm gonna save that for the 10th. This piece, the first thing I'm gonna read, it's an excerpt of something I'm working on. It's called "You Don't Look Puerto Rican," or "Tú no parece boricua." Loisa, located on the metal roof of Carolina, where Nigeria's children leave footprints, where La Yoruba pone a gritar, hidden under Catholicism. Diego Calderon puts us in his songs because Loisa is one of our many homes, one of our many thrones. And I may not be your preferred kind of negra, pero sí soy bella. And let me tell you, Mark Anthony validates any life-altering heartache faster than any musician I know. But that's just me though. And if camina conmigo means God be wherever we go, then it is where it is. My deepest, sweetest, darkest loves belong to an island that is not mine. But never do they ask me to pick a side. Never do they ask me to surrender to man-made compromise. Snow White, my grandma resembles my master, and once upon a time, I'm sure I wanted to smack her for trying to keep me small and good. I won't help it if I only use men just to hear them speak to me in Spanish. My girlfriend tells me I'm the darkest girl she's ever fucked. I can almost smell the bleaching cream churning her skin and the flat iron and the trips of shame to the salon for a relaxer. I can't have her. Not like this. Tu bebecita, tu querida, pero mira, ya está bueno. And sometimes I wonder if she still hits you, if she still wipes your lips blue. But old news is old news, and your generational trauma won't make this matatana their muse. So that's that. And then the second thing I'm gonna read is paying homage to Miss Kyla Garcia, because she's not here, because she's on a road trip. So I'm gonna read something that she posted on Instagram today. Yeah, so I know when she watches this playback, she's gonna be thankful that I chose to do this because she's here in spirit. Woo! Anatomical heart art exploding in the clouds, saying, open your eyes to what's in front of you. Bow down. Wildflowers, wild sisters and brothers, wild aunts and uncles, wild seedlings and mothers. Your playful wonder stuns me into silence. Effortlessly transmuting the wind's aloof violence, how do you let the weather roll off? You absorb every storm. You make phosphorescent transformation on the daily look like it's the norm. You make friends with a deer. You grow brighter each passing day. You are nowhere but here with the bees, dragonflies, and lowly humans taking selfies. You unabashedly play. You turn sunlight into food and water into hope. Side by side, together you rise. Is the community glow up how you heal and cope? You bloom strong and wither. Through it all, you stay soft, like bright yellow birds. Your fearless spirit takes off. You reach higher than the ground, yearning to touch the blue. Wildflower, wildflower, teach me to be like you.
Thank you, La Tormenta, Amanda Villanueva. That was that first piece was fire. fueguísimo, that first piece right there. Paul con Queso was like, yo, you need to publish that. Second piece, shout out to Kyla Garcia. That was beautiful. Pero lo tuyo, chach. Crazy. Yup. And it was so nice to get to know you guys and share time in person. That really was such a beautiful time. And, we had some very interesting interactions with the locals. There was, I don't even have a word for it. Ron knows. But we're going to go with my favorite youth poet laureate of the open mic. Give it up for Nisa.
Hi, I'm back. It's been a while.
Yes, and I tried to see you in person and sorry about that. But how are you? How was your trip to New York and where are you now and what are you going to bless us with?
My trip to New York was so much fun. It was really tiring. I don't know how like all of you guys aren't like bodybuilders or something. But I'm currently in Austin. I got back. I went to New York, then went to Vermont. Now I'm back. I got back from Vermont like 2 days ago. Right. Today I'm gonna be doing a pretty old poem called Time Passes By, or an unofficial title. No matter how much you force the events in your life, 3:04 a.m. You hope and you plead that it'll just stop for a second, but it ticks to 3:05 a.m. Just so you could catch one break, understand these feelings, get a head start, a confidence boost, something. 3:06. It's stupid, you tell yourself, waiting for time to go back for you. I think that's just how the world works. We're always gonna try and catch up and be in sync with time, but no. 3:07 a.m. You break. There's class tomorrow, but there's also Netflix right now. 3:08 a.m. Can't time just stop for an hour so I can get some sleep? Class starts in 4 hours. There's 3:10 a.m. There's a battle with time and others you think, one that you'll never win. So what's the point in competing? 3:14 a.m. You take a deep breath and you lie down. Sadness overwhelms you. 3:18 a.m. A big, heavy weight is placed on your chest. 3:19 a.m. It's a dream. It's not real, you think. But then you look up. 3:20 a.m. Your dog is sleeping on you. 3:21 a.m. And everything, just for a second, is good. Just for a minute, time stops to let you feel this moment. 3:21 a.m. You stroke their head and you close your eyes. 3:22 a.m. And you whisper, "Thank you, time." That's it. Thank you.
Nisa, I love hearing your poetry. It makes me want to cry sometimes. You're so brilliant. And it's even, people are like in the chat, like 12 years old. If I was writing like this at 12, we are rooting for you. We believe in you, support you. Can't wait to meet you in person, see you perform and blossom. And your comedy is sharp. And I'm with it.
Thank you.
Yes, Nisa. Keep going, boo. So who do we have next? I was all into it and didn't even look. Let me see. Oh, my mercy. It is none other than Rosalind Diaz.
Hey.
Hi. Her big brown eyes.
Yes, that's me. So I was going to do something like about healing, but Bill Cosby, he got me in my feelings. So here's this piece inspired by him. It's called Reading Between the Lines. When he says he likes her, he means any one of them, as long as they're attractive to him. When he texts WYD, he means he wants to dip into any of her warm exits his bed is, that he can make them entrances. When he said he just wants to see her, he means bent over on all fours so he won't have to look into her eyes. When he asks to grab a bite, he means a bite of her, a portion she'll never get back. A promise he'll keep is that he'll need a toothpick to remove the pieces of her from between his teeth. When he says, let's grab a drink, he means he's gonna start counting till he thinks her sips equal consent. She's unsure. To think all she wanted was a night on the town. And as she slurred her words and her vision blurred, her life was turned upside down. If her words weren't coherent, does it make them any less true? When he asks, you like that? He means he hopes he's big enough. She cries. When he comments about the way she was dressed, he means he has a sense of entitlement. When he asks, what's wrong? He may be picturing his mother's weeping face. She's quiet. When he puts her in an Uber, he means thanks for not granting him access that he took anyway. He means he paid for her cab so that she'd make it home safe because it was his very grip she had to escape. When he justifies this kind of theft by saying that she was never opposed, he doesn't want to understand the many ways she said no. End poem.
Roz, thank you for saying all of that. Oh my God. Yo, each sip to equal consent. Ah, mind blown right there, those lines.
Thank you, guys.
I wish it was just a poem, but it's the truth. And that's what is
the reality of many females, males, everybody just gets it these days.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for this.
The fuego of it all. Yes, everybody loved it. Fuck, I know, right, Paul? I felt fucked up. I'm just like, I don't even know. But let everybody know how to follow you, Roz.
Her big brown eyes on IG. And just stay tuned because I got some things, brewing.
Ooh, I love that. Don't play with me.
I'm excited. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Rosalind Diaz, everybody. Now let's go to California and hear the musical stylings of Bill Elkins.
Hi, La Bruja.
Hi, how are you, Bill?
Hi, everybody. Greetings from Long Beach. I'd like to do a cover tonight, a Bob Dylan song entitled My Back Pages. Hope you like it. One, two, three, four. Crimson plains tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps. Pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud, defeated brow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Abstract prejudice, leap forth, rip down all hate I scream. The lies that life is black and white, spoke from my skull I dream. Romantic facts of foundation deep somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that. Girls' faces form the forward path from phony jealousy to memorizing politics of ancient history, flung down by corpse evangelists, unheard of though somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. South-ordained professors come to serious fool. Started out is just equality in school. Equality, I spoke the word as if a wedding vow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. In a soldier stance, I aimed my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not that I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yes, my guard stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Thank you. That's all, folks.
All right, very sweet, Bill Elkin. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wonder, do you have nice neighbors, Bill?
Yes, I do. I know what you're getting at.
They're like, there's Bill performing again.
I don't know what the police are doing out there. They're waving at me.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Always great to hear you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I said you could hear a fly playing the maracas because his mic is excellent. Let's see what's good with Ron Thompson.
Hello, La Perua. It was so nice to meet you in person on Saturday. You're so thank you. You're so caring and compassionate, and I'll definitely come to more of your garden events. You know, it was so nice. Thank you.
Thank you. We certainly had a wonderful time, and it was great to meet you too. You're such a sweet person. Where are you tonight, and what are you gonna do for everybody?
Well, I'm in the Bronx in my home. Before I read, I want to just give a quick thank you to the many from the community here who joined Diane and me 3 hours ago in one of my Ekfrestric online writing sessions. We had an amazing time. I promise more programs will come. And I want to give a shout out to last week, the Bronx Memoir Project number 5 was published by the Bronx Council on the Arts, and from our own Monday and Thursday community here, Trisha, Diane, Oshiko, Nancy, Juan, and yours truly have our stories and poems featured in this anthology. This is just a printout. I ordered it from Amazon. I'll put a link in the chat. You know, you should get it, so support us. I'm going to do a 3-minute essay, which is more like a rant, R-A-N-T, and I follow it by a 30-second poem. And ignore my smile in my living room because I don't feel like laughing about what I wrote. So here we go. This weekend, our country will mark its 244th birthday. Which human or animal can say that they can get that old? On Independence Day, I assume we will celebrate our freedoms and express how proud we are of our country. But how proud and free are we really? Or are we really equal? Are we better than other countries? When I migrated to this country many moons ago, I chased the American dream. I didn't realize that this dream also meant no health insurance unless you have a good paying job, or that I may risk getting shot due to that Second Amendment, which just won't go away. I didn't know. I'm also confused. For example, why is it or how is it that in this country, Wall Street brokers and politicians get paid a lot more than, let's say, teachers, nurses, grocery store workers, or janitors? Shouldn't we appreciate them for having us kept alive and sanitized during the pandemic? Shouldn't they get million-dollar bonuses and stock options? And why is it if you're poor and can't afford a lawyer, you will risk going to jail, no matter how minor your offense may have been? But if you're rich, oh yes, you'll get yourself a celebrity lawyer. And if you're found guilty, you'll get an ankle bracelet and put into house arrest in your 10-bedroom, 8-bathroom, 2-floor mansion with a pool and tennis court. Wow, please arrest me. Tell me, why are there age or term limits for some professions, such as pilots and judges? But you can be 80 or 90 or 100 years old and you can still serve in the Senate or run to be president. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a president's actions can kill a lot more people than piloting an airplane. And talking about the president, you may know that only persons born in the United States can be elected president. And with one exception a decade ago, you apparently also had to be old, male, and white. Me, on the other hand, born and raised in another country, here on this side of the ocean for over 25 years. I pay my taxes, I pay into Social Security, I help my neighbors, I host online workshops. Yet, I am legally not allowed to run for that office. Not that I wanted to, but it's the principle. Lastly, why is it that you need a license before you can drive a car or before you can work as a barber or electrician? But in many states, you don't need a license to carry or operate a gun. It just makes no sense. I'm confused. So I'm ending with this poem. Dear America, I no longer laugh. I'm no longer amused. I feel our freedoms have been too long disused. Dear America, you have done a lot to us. We feel abused. Our rights and privileges have been misused. Oh, you dearest America, we still sense our pain. We hear our anger. We feel bruised. You keep giving us many apologies, but you will not be excused. America, oh America, we feel abandoned. You make us feel used. Have you heard us? Do you listen? Do you see us fused? Dear America, I am confused. I am so very confused. End poem.
All right, Ron. Dear America, giving them that letter. Thank you for that rant. That was so powerful. Thank you so much. I see you getting stronger as a poet, and I see you shining, and it's awesome.
Well, it's thanks to you and the community and Advocate and all you wonderful writers and poems. Without you, I don't know where I would be this year. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
We are family. We are poetry family, baby. Thank you, Ron. Great to see you. Mwah! Awesome.
Yeah.
All the way in the Boogie Down Bronx. Look at the diversity we have in this borough and the stories and the history. There's just so much more to discover. So cool. And I know our next performer expressed being jealous. Let's talk to Unmesh all the way out in India because he wants to meet in person too.
Yes, Labrua. And I saw that post on Instagram that you are performing with India. hosting. Okay, so don't forget this Indian as well, right? Okay. So,
I won't, I
here,
promise.
so here we go. This is a poem which I wrote for my daughter who is 9 years old. Okay. Yeah. My daughter Zai is at the kitchen counter taking a scoop of ice cream. Chocolate ice cream she loves. Even now, I am not a big fan of chocolate. Always an acquired taste for me. She takes the ice cream, sits on the sofa, looks into my eyes. I am in my poet's mudra pose. In my mother tongue, it's called looking into nothingness. She asked me what happened. Nothing was my answer. A poetic nothing. She insists, what happened? I said nothing. She's always smiling, dancing, sharing every minute details of her Bharatnatyam dance. When she dances, her eyes dance with her. The dimple on her cheek appears and disappears. Her long hairs refuse restrictions of the hairband. My son is sitting on the sofa, playing game on laptop, reading messages on mobile and listening to TV. Multi-device generation. She always tries to talk with her brother. Sometimes she even starts a fight, though he's too strong for her. She knows it. But the way she tells her, looking into his eyes, I am not scared of you, gives me goosebumps. There is a table in front of him. A green colored leaf, which my daughter made, is lying on the table. Besides the glass, near the laptop, and there are crayons. My daughter says good night. She goes to sleep. Crayons of different colors are still on the table, waiting for her to come tomorrow to spread colors, life, and light. To spread colors, life, and light. So this was for my daughter Zai. And there is a short one, very short one. War was fought, someone won, someone lost. War was fought, someone won, someone lost. Like a souvenir, frozen blood stops. Like a souvenir, frozen blood stops. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Unmesh Mohikar. Wow. That was so lovely about your daughter. So, so sweet.
Thank
So,
you.
so
Thank
lovely.
you. I have to take permission from her because I'm not supposed to write about my kids. They don't like it. So first I took permission that can I write about you.
Well, put it in writing and I don't know, make a little just that. That is super sweet. And then of course the war piece, someone wins, someone loses, and it's just the same sixth cycle all over again. Unmesh Mohikar, let everybody know how to follow you, and I hope you do get over to this side of the world.
Sure. Never say never. I will be there. Okay. So Unmesh Mohitkar on IG and Facebook. I've got a book, Light Shadow Life, on Amazon, and I've got an open mic every Saturday, 8 p.m., 10:30 a.m. EST. Please do join. Everybody is invited. Welcome. You will love it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Unmesh, your daughter is going to appreciate the poetry one day. You'll see. You'll see. How could she not? Awesome. Okay. Thomas Connor, what's good?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I got to meet up with y'all up there. I mean, I'm in New York. I just live out in Suffolk. I'm just being lazy. That's what it is.
Lazy? That's not even that far. Oh my God. But do you have a whip? You got a car?
Yeah, of course I got a whip.
Oh,
I can't live out without a whip. Yeah, I get there.
Oh, Thomas, you holding out. No, but the next one is July 10th. And
I'll be there.
All those details will be coming out soon.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
So what you gonna do for us tonight?
I got two pieces, a small one, which I wrote in a cipher with my homeboys because we still think we could spit. So we were trying to go back and forth, realize that we too old for it. But anyway, it's all good. We're gonna I'm just gonna go ahead. I did this on Monday night, and then I have a longer poem after this. I'm a beat minor in B minor, A clef note in high sonic symphony. Check out my melody like Rakim and Eric B. High sonic symmetry, lyrical dexterity, mastering hyperbole. Inherently break a beat, I bless a sheet. I do it for the dirty streets, for them dirty creeps. We be rolling 30 deep, I be rocking dirty speech. I, sonically mastering apophagy. Scripture be apocryphal, unaccepted by the popular, spitting out a Coptic verse. Crafted by the universe, crafted by the holy dirt, attempting to subvert from the common verse, throwing out this heat to the universe with every goddamn verse. That's the first one.
Yo, that flow is fire. Yo, that flow is fire.
Thank you, thank you. And the second one, Cold War, Coke War, drizzling death in ivory flakes, falling into the winter of our discontent. Our laments futile. These putrid ones conjure us, see us as the dead walking. We clashing with these titans, our breath seemed to be endless. As far as we can see, as far as the eye can see, the iconography of broken barrios, District 9 type of shit. Foreign bodies concentrated in camps, shaped as tenements with numbers on our flesh, 9mm type of shit. Domiciles demonized, our bodies seek to be exercised, holding us in cages, they televise our demise with ease and comfort. Every minute, our existence unknown, praying for one more breath that dodges death. Yet somewhere in America, our blood is spilled on these streets, our bodies hung by juries, we feeling the hate, the break of reconstruction, bleeding in red and green, we are only commodities to them as long as we can breathe. We serving their purpose as they tweet Amendment 13. I wonder if that was done on a Friday. These descendants of Cain, these zombies walking, devouring us in rations as to savor their victory is all the rave, is all the crave. 220,000 meeting their grave, cities cracked up, we trapped up, we stacked up, bodies stiff, this shit is pandemic. We locked up, prisoners caught in the inner city stagflation. There's no progress, no promise except for more death and probably promises of more. Falling apart, we were once the commodity, now becoming their agents of death as they use us to flood the stagnated nation, stifled by the shade of our hue. It's the new Jim Crow era to where we go. Stuck in the cycle, we broke in half with broken math. These unjustified deaths never seem to add up. Peace.
Oh, Thomas Connor bringing that heat.
I just finished writing that one, by the way.
What? New shit. Taking it to the next level.
Yep. Peace. You can find me at TAC7371 at Instagram and Thomas Connor on Facebook. Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Shit is fire. Stop holding out on us. Okay, let's see what's good with Catman Bill.
Good evening, La Bruja. How are you tonight?
Very well, Catman. How you doing?
I'm fine. So I have a short poem and a short song. In keeping in the spirit of the moment, the poem, "The Woods Are Alive." After dusk, the woods are alive on this July 4th, as I take an evening stroll through the land of the dead in Cedar Hill Cemetery in Hartford. Deer dart and zigzag in geometric chaos. Their only spastic need is to escape. Boom, boom, bam. Birds high above jump from the safety of tree nests and fly in circles. Ooh and ah. The neighbors moan and watch from nearby verandas. Bam, bam, boom. Go Roman candles and rockets red glare, now made in Asia and designed to keep we the deluded, but feeling happy and free. While here, the woodlands are filled with terrified wildlife seeking a peaceful repose in their disrupted homes, this very night. And now, song called Another 4th of July. Another 4th of July passes by. Ceremonial bombs light the sky. The entertainment is free. The message bright as can be. They'll dose you up on liberty, patriotism and misery. It's all there to choose your treat, the drug of choice of industry. Another 4th of July passes by. Ceremonial bombs light the sky. The entertainment is free. The message bright as can be. Cards are stacked in the deck. Against your hopes, you're such a wreck. You try to do good, but it's all a mess. Laws are made for the privileged best. Another 4th of July passes by. Ceremonial bombs light the sky. The entertainment is free. The message bright as can be. You lose your jobs to Asian shores. From H-1B visas and you're pushed out the door. You work harder, you're paid even less. Salute the flag and be called a success. Another 4th of July passes by. Ceremonial bombs light the sky. The entertainment is free. The message bright as can be. Thank you.
Was that an original?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. I like that. That trill right there. Woo. That
Well,
shit-
thank you.
Yeah, nice work. Batman Bill.
One of these days I'll, and maybe one of these days is getting sooner to put out a CD, but I just took a beating on a book and I need to give my wallet a bit of a break.
Oh, well, let everybody know your book so people could buy it.
Oh, well, the book is called Donald's Vanity Tantrums. And we haven't heard the last of Donald Trump, unfortunately, but it's still out there and it's on Amazon and on any platform that you want to look for it. And it's a collection of 52 satires and stuff like that.
Well, you certainly have enough great music for a CD, so we look forward to that. And thank you once again, Catman Bill.
Thank you, La Bruja.
Lovely, lovely. Now let's see what's good with Thunderlung Ray Jane, the Queen.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? Hey, Ray Jane.
What's going on, bro? Hi, how you doing, mommy?
Good, 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 good. So good. Always so good to see you.
Likewise, likewise. Dope to be in the room. Everybody is sharing some powerful, powerful pieces. I thank you for your attention. If you like what you hear, you can follow me at It's Ray Jane, ITSRAYJANE. And find all my content on itsrayjane.com. So this is a piece that I actually wrote for Shop, The Village, Love Letters to New York performance, but I revised it. So this is a love letter to New York. And it's called On My New York Shit. It's the grit for me. The bared teeth, the commitment to fiery, that New York shit, that New York swag, the way our energy comes off. Scattering tourists with our auras, focus, moving through crowds like laser-like precision. When you come to my streets, you've made a decision to either move your ass or get a verbal skinning, because really though, get the fuck out the way. You can forget about it if you think we're taking your shit. We'll dethrone the meager and unjust and middle figure your politics. Take to the streets and curse the towers of Trump. If we come off arrogant, we're motherfucking New Yorkers. We don't slump, we walk with our fear in our fists, trauma lining all our to-do lists, but we walking onward because we do this. You come to New York because New York is where the truth lives. The bounds of your hustle to speed, sometimes ruthless, sometimes lonely, and the mass is tough. But us New Yorkers are still humans after all, because we still feel the impact of when our double-mid towers hit the floor. Never look at a plane the same, low flying like pain. Our trust for the world somehow tumbling down some more. Ask Michael Moore. There are reasons New Yorkers rock that scowl, twist, grill, and talk real foul. We don't tolerate no bull. A moving school of immigrant fish swimming toward what New York promises, the gifts of freedom, fruit of grind, options for all a mother's kids. Well, perhaps not all. New Yorkers walk, holding their people's wishes tucked with chains nearest their rib cages, work into the dirt for meager wages to walk. These streets pin our name on its pages. We are the peppered leaves of a collective push toward the sun. Our neighborhoods rich in culture, but disappearing one by one. Missing familiar morning song of New Yorker getting their breakfast order on like, yo, can you please make sure you put that salt and pepper on my bacon, egg, and cheese? We a whole bodega and delicatessen. We want our coffee strong, our bagels freshly made, and our pizza is the least of what only we can make with our grifting hands. Building empires off hopes and pothole smoke. Now, don't let me get it twisted. We get down, but we also perfected getting lifted. We are show business. We cyclones and boardwalk affairs. We far out and out to the island if you fancy, and we dance, we Harlem, we Ailey, and we Juilliard. Many trying to fight and fit as one. We abstract when we art. We Basquiat and Guggenheim for a start. And have you met our fancy we fashion? Don't forget we got whole fucking avenues for that. York taught you how to work this. We catwalk that shit so deep. We selling fabrics in the meat packing district. Need a whole week to shut like this to be plain. There is no limit. No boundary in the New Yorker's spirit. So let's take a stroll beyond the maps of New York City Transit. Give some depth to the sprawling views of Central Park West. We'll collect advocates and brujas to serve as prompts. Generations spilling from Caribbean ain't nothing to romp with. Stopping traffic on the cross Bronx. Sis, whatever you do, don't honk, cause we roll up real slow, roll down the window just to make eye contact while we figure in French. Who the fuck could see green and not go? Outsiders think we keep a high nose, but New Yorkers know we enable theirs to sniff the disrespect, because real talk, we'll lace Timbs and stomp your epithets. We rep our Yankees and our Mets. We walk like giants, move that green, we Jets. We get money. It's the Brooklyn way with everything in our way. Our queens still raise prodigies. Our Nets worth eternal skills akin to immortal techniques. We take our licks like champs lick wounds and carry them to victory. We loyal to our Knicks. We are our own fix. You come to New York when folk need to handle some shit. We stand on the bones of Africans and Native Americans. Oh, you thought we would get through this poem without giving reverence? Nah. In New York, we keep it real in every utterance. Demand respect when respect is due. Flip futures and get acrobatic for you, all the while yelling from our insides that this city is mine. Asking all who don't know a simple question every time. What time is it? And real New Yorkers reply, it's showtime. Thank you.
Oh, Ray Ray Jane. That's like the whole remix to New York. Oh shit. Wow. Wow. You had me eating nuts. You had me eating nuts. That's how crazy. I was just like, you're a genius. The goddess does it again. Another amazing poem from Ray Jane. Yep, pork con queso. She broke your brain. Wow. Damn. Generalissimo is up next. How do you follow the Queen Ray Jane? Only one way to find out. Let's see what's good.
Hello, La Bruja.
Hello,
Oh,
Pepe Le Pew.
hola. That Ray Jane is something else, ain't she?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
she broke my brain too, but I got to put it together back and read you some poetry, I guess. I do have a new thing that I wrote earlier when right after Withdrawn did his piece. So it's just a little.
So this is some brand new shit, like right now, brand new.
Yeah. I it was inspired by the Withdrawns piece earlier tonight. So I shall bare my soul with words and tattered nerves, so my voice can be seen. And the next poem is called "What No Is Not." No is not a word unto itself. It finds a way to live inside other words. There is no knowledge without no. We can know too much for our own good, but we can never know nothing. No is an acrobat that does backflips and somersaults. It is a contact sports athlete. No sponsors ideas and ideologies. No is a denial and a matter of fact answer to questions it does not want to answer. No has no choice in being part of the word question every time it looks in the mirror. No has tried to retire and legally change its name, but is permanently here to stay and cannot escape its destiny of negativity. I have two more poems. The first is called Bleeding. When I get cut, my blood flows from my skin like lava from Kilauea. Sometimes I need more than direct pressure to make it stay inside. Sometimes I bleed recollections my subconscious decides it's time to say goodbye to, ones it held on to, forming grudges on the inside walls of my personality that have aged enough to naturally decay and chip away into history. Sometimes I bleed bits and pieces of my childhood I have hoarded away to create an inflatable stunt mattress to break the fall of obstacles and traumas of adulthood. Sometimes my blood runs clear, forming inconsolable tears when words are not available to wrap my soul in warmth, when I've slipped and fallen into consequential hypothermia. Sometimes my blood is made of words that form when my tears and thoughts pool together into poetry. When that happens, my blood no longer belongs to me. And then the final piece is called Bridge Burner's Lament. Is it possible to burn a bridge without lighting a fire, without accelerant to spread the flames? Is it possible to burn more than one bridge at a time, bridges that live miles away from each other? Can bridges be so easily burned to a crisp with one bad decision? Can one bad decision cause time-consuming daily detours that cease being detours, transforming into permanent extended commutes? The new age arsonist burns down necessary structures with words and attitudes. And unfortunately, ashes cannot be used to resurrect the past. Ashes composed of carbon black will linger in the air and likely lead to asthma and lung damage. Of course, the arsonist never intended to burn bridges. Of course, the river will still exist, new bridges will get built, and people crossing those bridges when they come to them will cross them as if they were always there, but their breathing will be plagued with asthmatic wheezes, and they will cough often through lungs scarred by someone else's bad decision. Thanks, everyone.
Generalissimo Brian Franco. Right, just one little move, how it can affect so much. Thank you for sharing your poetry tonight. That was amazing. Nick loved it. Marilee loved it. Scarred by someone else's bad decision. And sometimes we're just unconscious, you know, and that's why meditation is so important, to like really start looking at those blind spots, you know, in our psyche, and make us aware. So Nisa had to leave. She loved all the work. Thank you so much, Generalissimo Brian Franco, with new poems.
Well, I do have a small announcement to make that on the 19th, which is Monday, from 5:45 to 7:45, Marissa has convinced me to start my own little open mic.
Ooh!
Which will be right before the new year. It's called Cafe Generalissimo. It's going to be sort of a loosey-goosey kind of casual open mic, and we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be once this month. Maybe I can knock it up to twice in August, and hopefully in August I can make it down to the Bronx to do one of your shows, because I really want to come down there. So thank you very much, La Bruja, and let's.
It shall be so, and so it shall be. Congratulations on your own open mic. That is super sweet. Paul called it the Prio. We call it, maybe it's the Neo. I don't know. But
hopefully it will be.
Thank you, Generalissimo. Much success always, and I will be talking to you soon. Now let's go to Tanish.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Tanish. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Great to see you. What you gonna do for us tonight?
Something kind of sad. So be prepared. And then maybe if there's time, I'll end with like a happier note. But we'll see. It's called From Earth Grows Life. If you plant a seed in grainy dirt and give it water humbly, you'll smell damp earth, fresh soil, and realize it was always thirsty, craving creation, longing to nurture growth. Tiny green leaves poke proudly through to see the light inside the solution. Look what we did. Isn't life beautiful? The empty house I raised myself in had 5, then 4, then 5 bodies, masquerading as a family, fresh coat of glued dollar bills lining the outside to this day, like paper flesh, inside walls blank, as with some of the bodies occupying its space. My body was my dad's pleasure for years, and when I could have my memories, or rather when he thought I was old enough to have them, he threw my body against the wall sometimes, strangled my neck sometimes, kept me from boys and called it protection instead of what it really was, jealousy. Money is all they have now. They tell me I'll never have money if it isn't theirs. I'll never be anything without them. I won't succeed without them. They walk with contradicting tongues instead of feet like the rest of us. Thirsty for power, they'd buy with my expense, feet in fire, concave where conviction should be. I'm only safe if I believe the opposite. They eat my self-esteem, self-worth like street dogs at mealtime, ravage my confidence at every opportunity. They take advantage, but I won't let them anymore. A house like that grooms you, not to share what is dear to you, not to try, it won't change anything, to trust no one, not even yourself, to listen attentive to tone to survive, to give your heart to people who only take, people who give don't exist. It's amazing how you learn to fear your own mind, to avoid fearing those you share a house with. How you learn to rely on your gold heart to carry you through life. But the universe shows you, that little green leafy sprout, what trying and caring can do. Birds who cheer you on as you walk back to yourself, to a love who won't let you settle outside yourself, who lets you see, feel, own your energetic power, your healing divinity, that God was there the whole time, that you should never fear those who are not God-fearing. And you sit whole for the first time inside yourself, surrounded by love, the one and only thing the universe offers, the singular thing they groomed you not to notice. And you think and ask and feel with calm curiosity and curious humility, what's next?
Tanish, we love you and we're holding you. I'm holding you. I thank you. And, you know, I don't want you to feel like you have to do a poem to uplift us in any way. That's not your responsibility. We're here to uplift you and let you know what a beautiful human being you are, how worthy and amazing and just powerful and talented and brave you are. So I just want to just say that. And you can do another poem if you want to, but I don't want you to feel like you got to do anything for any of us. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to this space and all of the open mic spaces that I've come to know during the pandemic. I did want to read one that's in Spanish. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it then. Do it.
And it has a translation, but I think most of you guys speak Spanish, so. Sentándote bajo las hojas y ramos de los árboles con tu familia de poetas. Los primeros encuentros en vivo con la mayoría. Para ti, una despedida de un pilar de la comunidad de poesía en la bahía. Lo que llevo de esta fiesta de seres creativos y sensibles son primeras vistas verdes y vívidas de una vida desnuda, desconocida todavía. Ten coraje de lo que va a suceder mientras sacudes las alegres caderas.
Bellísimo. We are your familia poeta. That's who we are.
I am black. I am black female. I am black. I am black female daughter. I am black. I am black female sister. I am black. I am black female daughter, sister, auntie.
Oh my God.
Oh, you were playing Ray Jane?
Clicked on it to listen to it later, and then I don't know what happened, and it just started playing. My bad. Oh man.
That's all good. It's
well,
all,
we got to hear her, so again.
It's all healing and empowering. You know, we're all here to help you, be with you, empower you, and let you know that you are amazing. And you know, I'm just so blessed to hear you shine and share your poetry. So thank you, Tanish. Mwah. Beautiful. En español también, bilingüe, baby. You thought it was like something got possessed. Ray Jane it came on and it was like that. It was like an exorcism. Okay. So let's talk to Nick. Paleo Logos.
What up? Felt like I was in an exorcism or some shit. I'm like, what's going on here?
No, right? We had a moment.
No, for real. I was like, what is going on here? I'm like, is this like my background where everything's just getting burned down at this point? It was great to meet you, by the way, on Saturday. It was awesome when we broke bread, when I got to see everyone and, you know, got that tequila shot, midnight snack, you know. So I'm going to give y'all two tonight. And Tanish actually inspired me to do the second. And I'm trying not to do pieces that I did yesterday for my feature. So I'm going to do this first one right here. This one's called Cipher Chunks. At this party of poets, a cipher began. One by one, the lines flew off the top of the heads. My turn was coming up. I felt something within, letters churning within my stomach like alphabet soup, searing up my esophagus, heart burning from traumas my throat is trying to taste, make the taste like Adam's apple and Eve's effervescent juices. Liquid chunks touch the tongue. It's a language my body and soul both know. The vomit purged out became sentences. The stench of it became an idea, and it was stinky. Sickness is a physical manifestation of madness, and madness is a poet's best friend. And the cipher continued on, long, long into the night until the words went to bed. People, if you puke poetry, make sure you spit your poetry with your spirit in it. That was one. Let me get to the second one right here. This one was actually inspired by Elemental, actually. And I actually kind of edited it a little bit, so let's go with it. This one's called Where is the Light? Where can I find it? I searched caves and abandoned structures for it. I swayed through campgrounds and oceans for it. I peered into water for it. I scanned sun for it. I glanced at moonlight's reflection for it. I stared at lightning for it. I waited for thunder to feel it. I climbed mountains to touch it. I inhaled air to smell it. I inhaled food to taste it. I walked on fields to embrace it. I danced with death to never take it for granted. Called for heaven to crack the sky like champagne on New Year's. I tried to make like no one else does. I tried to rebuild the wings. The earth crackled and I fell into the abyss. Gremlins gobbling like goblins groveling over dinner because there wasn't enough of me to go around. The sweet sound of robins pierced my brain, awoken a demon that was more fouler than anything they could conjure. And I left, barged at the gates of hell until the gates crackled and were disposed of, and the imps withdrawn. No longer shackled, I crawled back to earth whole again, down to the last proton. There is no light to be found anywhere on the outside. Found light by looking within. So.
Oh, drops mic. Booyaka. Bringing that fire, that heat, that light. Thank you, Nick. Nick at Night.
Thank you so much for having me here in La Bruja in New York. Y'all can follow me at IG at The Real Nick Pizza. My name right there, so I don't have to spell that out. And also this coming Wednesday, I do have an open mic with The Word is Right. So y'all come through and check it out. And go like The Word is Right on Facebook and IG. Thank you, everyone.
Woo! Everyone, look, everyone's blossoming to the fullest, becoming hosts and expanding our poetic family. Our circle is growing. What a beautiful thing, because this is healing. So let's hear what's good with Metronome Monica Berger. She always has empowering words to heal us. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing, Queen?
Good. You are so right. It's so healing. So my two pieces, I performed on Monday, one of the pieces, and this is a continuation that I just wrote to yesterday, and the answer came to me. And so I will share on my chat that because it's amazing. And it's this platform, it really is my therapy. I say that, but it really is. So I'll share that piece at the end. But so thank you. It is so healing. So.
Wait, it's muted. It got muted all of a sudden. What happened? Oh, everybody wants to see your shoes. Unmute. Let's look at that boot. That red boot heel.
There we go. All right. Can't go on stage without the shoes. So. All right. Thank you. PTSD. constantly running from that sharp dagger pain that stabs my temple and my eye at the same time. The solution from the pain is also the cause. I can't pause from my daily routine, no matter how heavy I feel. I can't stop and rest, or I'm flooded with paranoia thoughts of being betrayed. Just the act of being in a relationship, trusting another human being triggers my PTSD. Don't know how to deal with my stress. My body holds onto it and translates it through a migraine. If I talk about it, the memory grinds my brain, making everyone feel uncomfortable around me, trapped in the constant pattern, consistently trying to get out of my way, but the way out is the cause. My brain made a connection years ago that trusting people leads to betrayal, but we are social beings. Trusting people is the only way to hang out. So I continue to run away, numbing myself, checked out, turning a blind eye, twirling around that hamster wheel. I need heavy amounts of CBD to feel my sanity, to feed my sanity. Hundreds of dollars later of natural anti-inflammatory, blessed with the THC to remove the edge of the knife that's in my back. I need to backtrack and go there, but the memories trigger the trauma. The brain doesn't know that it's not happening this time. All the symptoms is interfering with my life. That constant strife, mistrust, agitation, irritability, hostility, hypervigilance, self-destructive behavior, procrastination, and social isolation, flashbacks, fear, severe anxiety and mistrust, loss of interest in pleasure and activities, guilt and loneliness, insomnia and nightmares, emotional detachment and unwanted thoughts. What is one to do? What is one to do? I admit that I am lost, stuck in my triggers, attracted to the trigger happy, swirling in my past hurt, can't seem to find my way out. Every poem I write sounds the same, repeating the loop, record permanently scratched, can't get out of my own way. Excuse me, can I just pass by and get through? I want my joy to be renewed. Lively up myself is dragging me down. I need a breakthrough, don't know what to do. I beg of you to come through. I can't seem to find my light. Where is my flashlight? Please, muse, tell me what to do. Feeling heavy and blue, running uphill, wearing the wrong shoes, filled with grief, thinking I let go, but really I hold on to that shit with a tight grip. My fist is clenched, need to take the gloves off through this rough patch, feeling attached to a weight around my neck. I need to call IT, I need a tech to rewire this ship. I always look at the glass half full, but it's not working this time. I need to find the time to be kind to myself, bombarded with confusion and delusion, stepped on a dusty shelf, need to spring clean and purge, unpack so I can see between the trees, turn over a new leaf. I need help from the chief, please give me relief from the crazy thoughts trapped in my brain. I need to chill, get a refill, take my mind from the fright and reframe. Please don't give me the same. I want to wake up from this funky fucking Groundhog's Day.
Ooh, let's all exhale.
I'm exhausted.
For a quick second, and all hail to Monica Berger, metronome. That shit was real. I saw that. You feel it. You know, it's fresh.
Yes.
And
thank you.
You know, when you get into it though, that, you know, it's like, it's a release. And as you speak it, I see it like kind of like lifting off, like heat. It's like super, super powerful, Monica. So powerful. Thank you so much always. I love hearing your work. And then you get into this, it's like this one kind of flow that it's like specifically your style. Metronome. Yeah, I'm with that rhythm.
Thank you. So the as soon as I spoke that into the air yesterday, an episode of The Me You Can't See came flashing up on my phone, and it was an episode about post-traumatic stress syndrome, and the answer is EMDR. So I already have a message into my therapist right now with that. It's eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And so it rewires the brain. So when you talk about what you've gone through, you're doing eye movements and like rhythm and tapping and stuff.
Yeah.
And what is so incredible about that is me sharing this with you guys and doing the poetry, and the rhythm is actually that like I knew that intuitively, even though I'm going to learn the real EMDR, but you know what I mean? Like I'm I'm rewiring as I'm doing my poetry because I'm doing it with rhythm. And so like, wow. So anyway, thank you.
Wow. That is medicinal right there. That is magical right there. Monica Metronome Burger. Thank you so much. Power to you. Stay strong. And we are with you. We're always here with you, always, no matter what. I love you guys. You know, I feel you, and I go through my own things, and you know, nobody's thing is the same, but at the same time, but we're all connected, you know, and we're healing together. I'm happy to see this person back. Let's see what's good with Iris Morales.
Hi, Bruja.
Hola.
Hola. It's been working on stuff. Okay, so hopefully I could get into the 3 weeks if the time gives me. So let's go. Stay blind if you like. Call me abomination. With your Bible scriptures, don't know by heart, like Miss Diamanda Gallas once said, if you think I wear the cloak of filth, then let me tell you, baby, we're real good. Judge us while there's a sty in your eye. Call us, I'll call your God genocide. With his name, you
hold on, Edie. Hold on.
Shot, raped, plagued, our burnings,
hold on, because it's lagging.
While you rot in self-loathing behind your sealed windows.
Yeah, if you could turn off your video, the audio is lagging.
Hold on then. Hold on. Me mapufa tú. I'll raise it off then. Can you hear me? No. ¿Me escucha? Mejor. Está bien. So I'm going to start over. Está bien. Let's start over now. Stay blind if you like. Call me abomination. With your Bible scriptures, don't know by heart, mistranslated. Like Ms. Dagalas once said, if you think I wear the cloak of filth, then let me tell you, baby, I feel good. Judge us while there's a sty in your eye. Call us devil spawn. I'll call your God genocide. With his name, you've hung, shot, raped, plagued, calling our burnings consecration, while you self-loathing behind your sealed windows, locked doors, singing perverted lullabies to little boys. That's the first one. The second one is called The Reckoning, which is a continuation to the first poem. On the Sabbath day, you took me to the woods. You charged me with treason simply for not bowing. Curse the ground I stand on. You say you are God. You take earth. The ground underneath me shakes. The dirt rises up as it's struck by grenades. The outlines of my palm slits open. You retract air. I curse you. My lungs wilt. You say, now give up your waters. The and rivers ruptured out my eyes, brittle my bones. That leaves but one precious elemental power. My mouth a scorching fire. You clean your hands with holy water. Proclaim the witch is dead. The sky darkens. Lingered on the nape of your neck. infantile, impotent. You never had power to take or give what's mine. I am earth, womb. My vertebrae is an extension root of my ancestors that lay beneath me. I am air, a manifestation. I speak, I become, I am. I am primordial waters, daughter of the moon. I swallow ships and cities. I am fire, the primal spark of life. I disintegrate into cinder. You were never remembered. I destroy, create, I reign, I death, heaven and underworld. I speak, I become. Thank you.
Thank you, Iris Morales. Powerful poetry. Thank you for joining us. I always love to hear your poems. Unfortunately, the signal wasn't that strong, but we did get to hear it. And my God, you know, after discovering all of the, you know, the children that have been killed and in mass graves in churches, and just the denial and lack of accountability is just, and then just all of it. You brought up all this imagery of just rage and injustice, and you know, and here we are, the people that love, that truly love, being judged and called abominations. Yeah, but that's why we are brujas, good brujos and brujas. We bring that truth to light. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see what's good with Edward, the fireman foreman. What are you gonna do for us tonight?
How's our protested peeps? I'm glad you're not counting those sheep. Are you ready to hear something so deep?
We are ready. Let's go.
All right. First, hola muy guapo. You look nice dancing in the rain. That's right. Dance to ease and release the vivid stains. Nothing ventured, nothing done, and nothing gained. I can see the Puerto Rican blood flowing through your veins. All right.
Thank you.
All right. This is called Sexual Instinct. What's wrong with my head? I'm seeing candy red. I shed, and shed. I want to vow you up ahead. You're right next to me. You're naked and full of ecstasy. Please set this sexual energy free. You're the lock and I'm the key. I admire your flawless beauty. You're such an enticing cutie. Your head, neck, chest, pussy, and booty. Your sensational floor drives me loony. I hope you'll enjoy my seductive piece. Please take off your clothes and feel at ease. Let me show you my lustful expertise. You'll get inner clarity, you best guarantee. I kiss your juicy and plump lips. Our tongues passionately touch tips. I slowly work my hands to your hips. Time for us to make a scorching eclipse. My hands slowly move down. You gasp, but you didn't frown. My fingers go around, around, and around. It was so great you started making chirping sounds. You gently pushed. You covered me with your peach. I licked till I heard you screech. Your pink dam started to become unleashed. Rain looks like it's been breached. You smile. You say two can play this game. You engulfed my tree. You were wild and untamed. You didn't hear me complain. Our lustful love we can't contain. You quickly stood on top. You moved and moved, but you didn't stop. We danced and boogied and tangled nonstop. Our minds and hearts would completely pop. I sucked and squeezed your yummy breast. We were out of breath, but we didn't rest. There's something I need to address. Damn, give me more of your delightful chest. The burning jolts felt so damn great. We were stuck in an animal state. It was just mate, 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 and mate. I'm trying my best to break your pink gate. We were in so many positions. We're in a sexual competition. We were trying to reach a climactic recognition. We're just different styles, but the same desirable repetition. I could see the white in your eyes. You were sexual dazed. I realized you didn't quit. I was surprised. Are you ready to get baptized from our erotic sunrise? I did one dramatic thrust. I was lost in tantalizing lust. You dropped, shaked, and blushed. Looks like I just crushed. Your mind and hearts have been passionately flushed. We slept on the sheets. We are awakened by the sun's heat. You kissed me. It was so sweet. We both felt so satisfied and complete. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why they call me fireman. They call me fire extinguisher. So you've been warned.
Ed the fireman foreman. Wow. Yeah, the comment section is on fleek after that. I was like, morning after bagel, anyone? And it's just silly. La Tormenta said she's pregnant. Okay. Thank you. Ed the fireman foreman.
Oh, I got one more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm on I'm on AKA Miss Finn Bell's podcast. She featured me next Tuesday. So if you want to know more about my rhymes and why I give you the time, so please come and listen, and so you can bask in the chime.
Ooh, get it, Foreman. Thank you so much. Tune in. Finn Bell, Ed Foreman, doing it up on the grill. All right, Angela Buscemi.
Hi, this is my first time speaking ever, so.
Ever? Oh my goodness, Angela. Well, you know, we do sing the Pop the Cherry song for newbies. Would you be into that?
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna pop Angela's cherry tonight. We going to pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Pop, pop the cherry, baby. Pop, pop, pop the cherry, baby. Pop, pop the cherry, baby. Pop. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, give some love to Angela Buscemi.
So I have 2 poems tonight, and the first one is called How I Love. I want to show my love for you so badly, but I hope you know showing my love is hard for me. Not because you aren't worthy of all the love this world has to give, but because loving you so deeply scares me. Because the last time I loved someone half as much as I loved you, I almost didn't make it out alive. I don't want you to think this has anything to do with you. You are perfect, you are loving, you are kind, you are sweet, and you are gentle, and you are everything that they were not. I have never felt so beautiful as when you look at me, staring into my eyes like you have seen the most amazing stars inside of them. You take every insecurity, every bad thought, every negative feeling away. You tuck them in your coat pocket and hold my hand and tell me that I am okay. I wish I knew how you do that, how your touch is the only one that doesn't make me flinch, how your hand is the only one I don't want to let go of, how your arms are the only place where I feel truly safe, your voice is the only one that I can listen to without feeling the worst, your lips, the first. I never want to forget the feeling of touching my skin. You make me whole. You woke me up to the perfect parts of this world. So please be patient with me, because I do love you.
Beautiful first poem. Keep going, Angela.
And the second one I have is called Paint on Your Face. And that's all. Paint a new emotion every day. What do they want you to be today? Happy, sad, somewhere in between? It doesn't help when you can't feel emotions to begin with. What do they expect you to feel when you haven't felt in months? Performing like an actor on a stage, painting your face to fit the scene, wearing a mask anytime you need to act, hiding what you truly feel is easy when you don't feel anything at all. Every day a new face, and with every new face is a new act. When will this play end?
Goodness, a poet has been born tonight, right in front of your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Angela Buscemi. That was amazing. I hope you feel good. Do you feel good?
Yeah.
You should. That was great. Where are you reading from tonight?
I'm from Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island, baby. Ooh. Thank you, Angela. It was great to hear you. Welcome to the Open Mic family. You're one of us now.
Thank you.
Beautiful. If you want to tell people how to follow you, let us know, and then we're going to move on to Joski.
My Instagram is _Angela.Buscemi_.
All right. Any relation to the actor Buscemi, or do you get that all the time?
I get that a lot.
Well, you're making your own name for yourself, and it began tonight.
Thank you.
Mwah. Congratulations. Wow, isn't that great? Okay, this man is no newbie. Joski C, baby, let's bask in the glory.
Hola, Bruja.
Hola, Joski.
So tonight I have a poem and a song.
right.
So we lost a friend and mentor on Friday when Bud Schultz passed away. Bud and Ruth Schultz, Ruth, his wife and partner, they crisscrossed the country interviewing and photographing victims of political repression in this country. And they published 3 books about it. That's just a tiny part of this man's bio, but I wrote a poem for him, and this is called The Teacher. I never heard him correct anyone. His first words, always a joke. His laughter, a soothing balm. If you can't learn from the shine in his eyes, the song of his laugh, the strength of his heart, then hold up, hold on, sweep away preconceived notions, open the doors so rigid and locked. You have found a key. The lesson is taught by example. And when this life is through, and it's time to go, I'll leave that up to you. Your eyes are open wide, curious to see what's on the other side. When you fly above the mountain, fly above the river, fly above the ocean. You taught me how to live with your shining ways. You showed me how to give. These overflowing hearts are a gift to carry with you when we part. When you fly above the mountain, fly above the river, fly above the forest. And when this life is through, and it's time to go, I'll leave that up to you. These overflowing hearts are a gift to carry with you when we part. When you fly above the mountain, fly above the river, fly above the forest, fly above the ocean.
Beautiful work, Joski C. That was so beautiful. Oh my God, the high notes were just heavenly high notes and sweet whistling. Thank you, Joski C. And I'm sorry for your loss.
You know, the world was lucky to have known Bud and Ruth also. So lucky.
Wow. Bless their spirit, and thank you for keeping the name alive and the work, you know, so that we all don't miss out on the blessing too.
That's right.
So is Deneen coming up next? Because Deneen is on the list. Huh?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Deneen.
Hello. Hey, you know, I'm gonna leave it there for today.
What do you mean?
I'll try again one day.
Okay, well, it's beautiful to see you as always. You know, I'm sending you a big hug and a kiss.
You too. You too. All you inspire me so much. Thank you for having this program, this show.
Of course. Well, thank you for being here. That was lovely. Joski C played that beautiful song. We all love you guys, sending you love and light. So I guess we'll go into the waiting list then, and I'll hear from you soon, Deneen.
Yes.
We're going to go into Vasilios. Why not? Vasilios Leon.
Hello, beautiful. What's up?
Hey.
Hey. I swear, I'm
you.
See you on Thursdays. One day when I see you, I gotta be flexing hard. Just word. All right, this one is fresh, so it's untitled for now. I had a chia seed stuck in my molar. I left it there. I thought the moist darkness of my mouth would allow it to germinate and sprout. The thought of inhabiting life inside of me sent chills up my spine, birthed in my root chakra. I could feel the ridges and veins settling into my bark. Then I remembered my spit was too acidic. The enzymes in the squirting juice from my glands are designed to swarm this chamber, digest, destroy, disintegrate. My body is designed to absorb all of the nutrients and dispose of the waste. I'd suck this garden dry before I'd even have a chance to let it thrive. I cried. Kind of like the time I tried to plant a garden for us in my mind. When we first met, I held a handful of seeds of knowledge out in front of you for consumption, but you pollinated my pistol. We created art and performed it like a dance between our anther and stigma. Fuck, not again. Always finding myself enraptured in this enigma because it's a bad religion to be in love with someone who could never love you. That's what screamed and resonated inside my head. Stop falling for straight men. But I was confused. You called me your brother, but held me like a lover. I've been meaning to fuck you in the garden, but I couldn't. They all said I shouldn't, but everything on your face told me you would have. A torrent raged through my mind, floods of possibilities, monsoons of doubt, but also an oasis. I tried to take a sip from it, but I slipped and drowned. I took the garden down with me into the pool of chaos. Drowned and fried in the storm of water and spastic neurological impulses. I mourned the garden. Each time I saw you after was a visit to the grave. Each time I left you, the seed in my lobes would try to sprout, but my amygdala would open the floodgates. It had become second nature at this point. Until the most recent time, there was no grave. Instead, you came with the garden, and it was beautiful, familiar, You were so excited to share with me who you've been pollinating with and keeping the bees. I wasn't too sure what to expect of her, but let's see. See, you showed me, and you were beaming like a geyser of light. Bright, beautiful, my baby. But I had to conceal my truth and flip perspective because I didn't want my heartbreak to peak. Because he kind of looks like me. I glued lavender and glitter into my beer to calm the storm inside of me. And I strut through the city with pride for everyone to see. I am mourning again, saying goodbye for what couldn't be, because I want to be proud of my baby's sprouting leaves. But God fucking damn, I wish it was me fucking you under the cherry tree. The sun set on Vasilios today. I am eclipsed. Thank you.
Oh, shit. I've been meaning to fuck somebody in the garden too, but damn! Shit! My God, Vasilios, what a joy it is to hear you. I feel the pain and I feel eclipsed. I'm just beside myself. Thank you for the poetry that comes out of your lips and all that garden shit. Damn. Let's germinate. I don't know. Call in the bees. All right. I'm gonna smoke 2 cigarettes after this. No, I don't smoke cigarettes. But I'm gonna pretend that I do. And so let's go down to the next part of the waiting list. We're gonna hear from Jane's spoken word, and then we're gonna get closed out with Rivki. So what's good, Jane's spoken word? Let's hear you.
Hey everybody, so it's been a wonderful evening. Thanks for having me. Glad I made it on your list. I have 2 short pieces, and I'd like to dedicate them both to Miguel Algarin, who always said to me, write what you know. So this is for Miguel.
Thank you for that. All right, Jane, take it away for Miguel.
Liberated by the written word, I am not my past life blurred. Despite what you've heard, my future transferred from a dactylogram of the past. Now at last I am this body. I am these emotions. I am the immortal story. I am the beauty in imperfection. Liberated from the shadows of dark, from a tortoiseshell safety I depart, like an abandoned bus at the station's park. A poet of the street beat, I am a motherfucking warrior. I sharpen my pen and I shatter all barriers. Poetry released from an incarcerated mind, floating bars, I did my time. Getting back to my spit with some new shit. Writing poems for everyone, all my relations, my ancestors of the sun. Who but the rhymer will bring truths to bear? Who but the rhymer verse tragedies of despair? Pens dipped in the blood of suffering hearts, cursing deception, tearing lies apart, tumbling words that dangle in my throat, conjuring remedies and antidotes, bleeding out into rivers of ink, drowning in rhymes of missing links where heaven meets hell, no time to think, collecting dreams from broken machines, dripping metaphors and scorching similes, haunting the streets with spoken word poetry. I spit shit you don't want to hear. I spit rhymes you cannot bear. I'm as harmless as a neutron bomb. I hit your shit with chloroform. I am your audacious, bodacious, beautiful sister. And you better fucking know, this sister don't whisper. Peace.
Yo. Yo. Jane, wow, that was tremendous.
Thank you. Thank you. And I got another short piece. And this one's called Poetry Writes Its Own Rules. Poetry, and I wrote this today. just for tonight. Poetry writes its own rules, congregating syllabled molecules, words pressed against window panes, sequestered in desire's domain, shadowed, inked, and silenced, pulse throbbing but no current, flat line on the EKG, confirmation there is no me. Inside petrified when blood moons break its stillness, broken hearts bleed fire red to howl among the wounded, to dwell among the marrow of the dead. The ghost of poems passed unchained, unconstrained interpreters remain, inking deep down black holes, crumbling mummified bones, haunted by dark houses on dead-end streets, buried in the cemetery of the incomplete, boxed and coffined, no longer taste the sun. Desire and surrender forever undone. Pretenders will not taste my fear. Muttered in silence, submerged in tears. There is no redemption beyond comprehension. Pain beats inside my chest. Tortured by the hopelessly obsessed. Fixation clouds intuition's third eye, leaving flames in a quiet graveyard where words never die. PCO, thank you, everybody.
Jane, how should everybody follow you?
Jane Spoken Word on IG and JaneSpokenWord.com online. Come and listen to more shit from me.
Woo! Yo, you blew it up tonight, Jane. And with that specific for tonight shit, new shit, man, you certainly don't whisper, my sister. And I love it. I spit shit nobody wants that you don't want to hear. I feel like that too. I love that. Thank you. Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Thank you, y'all. You guys are the bomb.
Who you? Woo!
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. He's been super excited that we might get on the list. Hey,
well,
so
I wanted to honor you and close out with you. So thank you for joining us, Rifki. Take it away.
Okay, so Elijah's going to be on camera because it's his poems. He said I should read it because he's not old enough. He told me. It's a joke. All right, so we're going to read 3. They're fairly short. All right, Elijah, should we go with the first one?
Yes.
Okay, the first one is called The Life of Heart. And he came over to me and he asked me to write this poem. This is a little while ago. And then there's one he wrote tonight. That's the third one. So this is an older one. The Life of Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Nature and forest will stay in your leaf and in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
The leaf is your nature. I'm talking about your nature. Everyone has a different nature. And you'll be healthy and your whole heart, don't worry. You will not be scared of anything. Your whole heart will melt. Also, you will let everything melt down your whole heart. The end. Right? And
Ooh, that's great so far.
Excited.
Another one.
How about another one? And the next one is called The Leaf of Our Nature. So the other one was The Life of Heart. This is The Leaf of Our Nature. And there's an expression to say love. It's called Love is Our Work. Everyone is not perfect. Also, not the US. Also, everyone is not perfect and people make mistakes. God is our work and we are God's work. Love is our work and we are love's work. So that's the end of that one.
And how about the last third one?
The last poem. Give us the last one. This is the last one of the entire show. So yep. I'm so happy to have heard God's work through your poetry. And let's close out with your final poem.
So it's called The Heart of Your Leaf. This is such a big deal. He's been wanting to do this for a very long time, as you can see. If you want to see the pink bird, it's called The Heart of Leaf. If you want to see the pink bird, imagine it in your mind. You are going to be beautiful if you imaginate. If you want to be beautiful, imagine about beautiful stuff. If you want to do math, do your own thing. Make your city, city kid. If you wanted to see a Black Panther, you would go to the biggest forest ever to see a blue Black Panther. You are beautiful too. You want to see your beautiful heart? You want to see your beautiful heart? Hug it. It's really nice. That's it.
Tell me your son's name again.
Elijah, what's your name?
Elijah.
Elijah, how old are you?
6.5.
6.5, and you wrote those beautiful poems?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I have a question.
What?
What's your favorite line that you wrote?
The third one.
Which
The one-
is, can you tell me?
It's the one that's called The Leaf. What's it called again?
It's called The Heart of Your Leaf. But she's asking
The Heart of the Leaf.
which line in the poem
The
she
Heart
wrote.
of the Leaf. That's my favorite.
And is there a line in there that's your super duper favorite?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
The hard part.
Say it.
What's the hard part? So you talk about the pink bird and how it's beautiful to imaginate. And if you imaginate about beautiful stuff, and if you want to do math, you do your own thing and make your own city, kids.
Elijah, I'm trying to trick you into reading because I want to hear your voice. Next time, I want you to recite your poetry because I know that you can do it.
He's getting reading sessions this summer.
Yay! Everybody, round of applause for Elijah.
What did she say?
She said she wants you to read your own poetry. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Let's all root on Elijah. Thank you so much, Rivki, for sharing. Let's ask all to unmute. And that's how we're going to close out the night. Poets are being born tonight.
Yes, yes, yes.
We love
Yes.
Go Elijah.
Being born.
Back to
us.
You go Elijah.
Way to go, Elijah. Welcome aboard.
Born to be a poet, Elijah. Born to be a poet.
You hear
Everybody, yes. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Such an amazing space.
And how better to end an evening than that way. I love you all so much. I'm sending you mega, mega hugs, mega, mega kisses, mega, mega third eye vibrations, opening up your whole journey to light, love, peace, joy, immaculate health, all of it. You deserve it. You are worthy. You are brilliant. I love you. See you next week. Mwah. Peace out. I'd love to do it.